James Helder, IFL TV, in association with MTK Global. With me, I've got none other than NISSE Sauerland. We're at Made in Italy today on the King's Road in central London. Just had George Groves' announcement that he will face FEDOR CHUDINOV for the WBA super middleweight title. Firstly, how are you, mate? You alright?
Yeah, I'm doing very well, thank you very much.
Good. Let's talk a little bit about your man, George Groves. Big chance for him to impress and finally get his hands on that world title.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a long time coming. It's been a long negotiation period. Not the easiest negotiation period with the Russians, but we're just glad to, you know, get George this chance. Fourth chance at the title. Been unlucky every time. You know, and this hopefully will be his day. You know, we're positive going into the fight, and just like I say, we need the win.
George Groves has boxed on Sky many times. He's been very popular since his defeat to Carl Froch and does fantastic numbers on Sky. Was that the sort of the main reason for keeping him boxing in the UK and on Sky?
Yeah, I mean, look, he's from the UK, so right now it's a boxing boom over here. So of course we're going to have him fighting in the UK, and also Sky pay-per-view. Where else would you do it? It's a huge opportunity for him. It's a huge opportunity to win the world title, to get back in that elite super middleweight mix. There's a lot of exciting fights out there, and you know, of course, the main thing is he wins on the 27th of May.
You said it right. There are so many exciting fights out there. Probably none more exciting than George Groves potentially James Miguel 2, which no doubt, if George had a world title to throw into the mix, would make it that little bit bigger, that little bit more spice.
I mean, look, they've known each other since they were like young amateurs, and you know, there's a lot of soap opera in boxing at the moment. With the two of those, with James and George, it's not soap opera. They just simply don't like each other. You know, and I think actually, like if I mentioned last Saturday, it was quite refreshing to see two great boxers with absolute mutual respect for each other, put on such a huge show and such a widely received show. But with these two, James and George, it's let's say the hate is real.
We saw a great contest on Saturday. Anthony Joshua being very victorious against Vladimir Klitschko, stopping him in the 11th round. A contest that captured the imagination of the wider public, shall we say. What was your initial reaction to the fight?
Well, you know, look, when I have my next door neighbour, the lady who delivers my post, I don't know what to say, postman or postwoman, you know, talk to me about Anthony Joshua. You know that he's transcended. You know that the guy's become a superstar. You know, I had my doubts about Anthony, but going into Saturday's fight, you know, was it too soon? Is he learning on the job, etc., etc.? At the end of the day, who cares? The performance he put up and the drama of the whole fight. I was, you know, I watch I'm at 25 shows a year. But I was on my feet in my living room cheering for Anthony at the TV. It was such a dramatic fight and so good for boxing.
Do you think that spells the end of Vladimir Klitschko in K2, or do you think Klitschko will want to come back to have one more chance of redeeming himself at becoming three-time heavyweight champion of the world?
Look, you know, Vladimir's had a great career. He floored Joshua heavily. Why wouldn't he want to keep going? With him, I don't think it's a question of earning money anymore. I think it's a question of his pride that might keep him going. But at the same time, it's not like tennis or football where a player may play too long. That's fine, you know, you'll just start losing. In boxing, it can, you know, it gets dangerous. So you really need to have the right people around you telling you when to quit, when to throw in the towel, and when to call it a day. I can't answer that. He looked good. He looked strong on Saturday. Like I said, he floored Anthony, but Anthony got up and did the business. But yeah, you know, I don't know what's in store for Vladimir Klitschko. Only him and his team could know that.
On the same night as Kell Brook taking on, defending against Errol Spence, George Groves making his stake for a claim to become WBO Super Champion. You've also got in Finland, DERECK CHISORA taking on Robert HELENIUS in the highly anticipated rematch. Yeah. So talk to me a little bit about that fight.
Well, look, you know, it's always interesting when Derek fights. The first one was a very close fight, very debatable fight, which, you know, quite honestly, Derek won. Robert injured his shoulder in that fight. You know, so I don't know. I just know that both guys are training very hard for this fight. Robert HELENIUS looks in really good shape. Derek is sparring and taking this very seriously. So it's look, it's a 50-50 fight with everything to win or everything to lose. You know, Derek needs to win this fight. You know, he fought his last fight against Dillian Whyte.
Brilliant fight, by the way.
Brilliant fight of the year. Yeah. We thought we would get the rematch, we didn't. You know, because Dillian wanted to fight Marius Fach, which, you know, it's a huge fight in itself. You know, look, that rematch is on the card still. If Derek beats Robert for the WBC silver, then I think, you know, then we'll have to go for try and get Deontay Wilder in the ring.
Any update from David Price as to regarding what his future will entail and what he plans to do?
Since the fight night, I haven't spoken to David. He's, you know, as in about his career. You know, I texted with him, I think, on Saturday, just about the fight. You know, we're still mates. You know, and he hasn't mentioned anything about returning to the ring. I think he's sort of, you know, taking some of his time out of the sport. I don't know what his next move will be.
On that note, I thank you very much for talking to RFL TV. Such a great day today. What are you going to do for the rest of the day? What does your day entail from now?
So I'd like to say I'm going to go to the pub and enjoy myself, but I'll be going back to the office.
There you go. There you go. All right. Well, thank you very much, mate, and I will catch you soon, NISSE SAUERLAND.
Cheers.
Thank you, mate.